Street couldn't stand him. The newspapers painted him as a villain, but behind closed doors, they all had to respect him because he played by their rules and beat them at their own game. Now here's where it gets real dark, because you'll think somebody that iconic will be told in textbooks, right? Nope. When Jeremiah died, his name faded into the shadows. No documentaries, no museum plaques, not even a footnote in a Black history book. Like the system collectively erased this man, just like they did the dude in my last video, Tunis Campbell, which I highly recommend y'all check that out, by the way. Like the system said, erase that man. He's too powerful, too smart, too Black. But thanks to historians like myself, and thanks to folks finally digging in the archives, his name rising again, as it should. Because Jeremiah is proof that not only were Black people present in elite spaces, they were dominating them. They were suing tycoons, owning towns, surviving assassination attempts, and flipping tragedies into triumph. He was Black wealth before Black wealth had a name. So next time somebody try to gaslight you by saying Black people never had power or Wall Street was never for us, you tell them Jeremiah Hamilton outsmarted the whole system, outworked the competition, and outlived the hate. The only reason
that sound like Tony Lewis in this day and time.
If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and comment in my comment section who you want me to do next.
Jeremiah Hamilton. 700 plus. Y'all remember that name? Let's back it up. You know what I'm saying? I love streaming because the information is put on the net for you to research and to learn, because they're trying to take Black history out of the schools, and we never learned about nobody like this guy. You know what I'm saying? They just keep hitting us in the head with Dr. King, Malcolm X, blah, 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 and just the regular folks. But Triumph and go-getters and overachievers, they did exist in that time. You know, we wasn't just mammies and cotton pickers and all that, and this is a proof of it, right? So, yeah, I'm glad I came across this. And shouts out to, let me give props to the brother that, what's his name? The XI-verse. That's the podcast that I just got this information from.
Slaves in the 1800s outsmarted the whole Wall Street, got rich off of...
Yeah, we need to listen to this. Just the whole spiel.
You ain't gonna believe this. So this Black man had white slaves in the 1800s, outsmarted the whole Wall Street, got rich off a fire that destroyed half of New York, and fought off a whole white mob that tried to lynch him. So the brother name is Jeremiah. Now, before you start thinking this some fairy tale about Black excellence, let's get this straight. This man was not a saint. He was a menace. This dude wasn't asking for a seat at the table. He was flipping the whole damn table over and buying the building it was in. Now, let's rewind to the early 1800s. Jeremiah born in 1806, and Haiti is fresh off the Haitian Revolution. And this kid learns quick. If you want to survive, you better learn how to outthink everybody else. And boy, did he. His first hustle, counterfeit coins. He got caught slinging fake currency, bringing them from New York to Haiti, and ends up getting chased out of Haiti by a French warship. Yes, an actual warship. That's how wild bro was coming. But that was just Act 1. Fast forward to the 1820s, Jeremiah shows up to New York. No money, no connections, and no mercy. And remind you, this was around the time when Blacks couldn't even walk freely around the city, let alone into a bank. See, around this time, Wall Street was a powder wig white boy's paradise until Hamilton showed up and crashed the party. And get this, he didn't just join the game, he started making his own rules. First move, maritime insurance. Bro turned that to a gold mine. He brought insurance policies on ships and cargo, and then mysteriously some of them ships start sinking. Word on the streets, Jeremiah might have had a hand in a few of them sinking. But this ain't court, this is simple survival. And if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But here's the thing. He don't just make a little paper. He starts stacking real wealth, and then boom, disaster strikes. Fast forward to 1835, a massive fire tears through lower Manhattan, like them kind of fires you might read in the Bible or something. Buildings collapsing, banks crumbling, businesses turned to ash. It was called the Great Fire of New York, and it wiped out the whole financial district. Insurance companies going belly up left and right. White-owned businesses is panicking. But guess who was calm? Jared Meyer. He holds stacks of insurance claims, and unlike the big names around him, he liquid. So while all of them crying over what just happened,
Jared Meyer.
It's the Black Wall Street before Black Wall Street. And it makes him enemy number one. And these white elites lose their goddamn mind. They start calling him all types of names. Prince of Darkness, Road Broker, Wall Street's Black Demon. You know they scared when they stop trying to kill your name and start mytholizing you. But it didn't stop there. He started buying up real estate. I'm talking about entire neighborhoods. Started investing in railroads, some of which wouldn't even let black folks ride. And he grinning like, that's cool. I'll just own the train. Fast forward to the 1840s, and Jeremiah, that dude, a black man walking around New York with a top hat and a smirk. He moves into a mansion with white slaves. Yes, white slaves. And it's the 1800s. Let that cook for a second. See, that's the type of history they try to hide from their children. Imagine the cognitive dissonance. He's living in the exact world designed to enslave him, and he flipping it upside down for fun. But just because he had money didn't mean he had peace. Because 1863 rolls around, and so does the smoke. The Civil War draft riots hit New York. And listen, it wasn't just...
Shouts out to the XI verse.
It turned into a full...
Go check out his podcast.
People being dragged in the streets, homes set on fire, bodies hanging from lamp posts. And guess who they wanted next? Jeremiah. A white mob with ropes in their hand rolls up to his house like they about to rewrite history, but bro wasn't even there. Instead, his wife, Elisa Jane, and a white woman answer the door. And somehow, they walk away. Now pause. This is the 1800s, and black men are getting murdered for looking at white women. And Jeremiah, he was married to one and had 10 kids with him, and no one could touch him. This man had legal and social immunity built off money and muscle. And that wasn't just rare, that was unheard of around the time. Now let's talk numbers real quick.
Basically, he was a gangster, for real. You know, he played like they played. You know what I'm saying?
In today's money. He was the richest black man
he was on his Malcolm X.
When they said that most of us was enslaved or barely surviving, this dude was rewriting the American dream in black ink. But bro wasn't done punking the establishment. He went toe-to-toe with the titans of finance. Y'all know Cornelius Vanderbilt, the railroad king, the man with an ego bigger than his net worth? Yeah, Jeremiah sued him and won. Wall Street couldn't stand him. The newspapers painted him as a villain, but behind closed doors, they all had to respect him because he played by their rules and beat them at their own game. Now here's where it gets real dark. Because you'll think somebody that iconic will be told in textbooks, right? Nope. When Jeremiah died, his name faded into the shadows. No documentaries, no museum plaques, not even a footnote in the Black History book. Like the system.
Jeremiah damn Hamilton.
Just like they did the dude in my last video, Tunis Campbell, which I highly recommend y'all check that out, by the way.
Campbell.
Like the system said, erase that man. He's too powerful, too smart, too black. But thanks to historians like myself, and thanks to folks finally digging in the archives, his name rising again, as it should. Because Jeremiah is proof that not only were black people present in elite spaces, they were dominating them. They were suing tycoons, owning towns, surviving assassination attempts, and flipping tragedies into triumph. He was black wealth before black wealth had a name. So next time somebody try to gaslight you by saying black people never had power or Wall Street was never for us, you tell them Jeremiah Hamilton outsmarted the whole system, outworked the competition, and outlived the hate. The only reason he ain't in the books is because books were scared of him. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and comment in my comment section who you want me to do next.
Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. Jeremiah Hamilton in the 1800s. Do your research and dig deep into his story. For sure. All right, let's see if this recorded. Because this saying, sorry, the chat is unavailable. Okay, the chat. Okay.